Have you ever looked in the mirror and just focused on that little space between your teeth? It's something a lot of people think about. And today, we're going to get into the real story behind closing those gaps. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So glad to have you here. Look, if you've ever felt a little self-conscious about gaps between your teeth, and you've been wondering, is there a natural way to fix this? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to explore some safe, effective methods that can help without getting super invasive.
So that really brings us to the million-dollar question for today, doesn't it? Can you actually close teeth gaps naturally, all by yourself at home? It sounds so tempting, but as you're about to see, the answer, well, it's a lot more complicated and way more important than you might think.
First things first, before we can even begin to talk about solutions, we have to understand why these gaps even show up. You know, that space between your teeth has a clinical name. It's called a diastema, and it doesn't just appear for no reason.
The reasons are all over the map, really. It could just be genetics, something you inherited from your parents. Or it could come from habits back in childhood, like thumb sucking or something called tongue thrusting, where your tongue is constantly pushing against your front teeth. Sometimes gaps form just because you have missing teeth or some teeth are a little undersized. And, this is a big one, a gap can actually be a red flag for advanced gum disease, where you're losing bone and your teeth start to shift.
Okay, so let's hit pause and redefine what natural really means in this context. There are absolutely natural things you can and should be doing for your smile, but their goal isn't to physically shove your teeth together. Think of it more like creating the perfect, healthiest environment for your teeth to live in.
For instance, a diet packed with calcium and vitamin D, that's what builds strong teeth and bones from the inside out. And meticulous hygiene, I'm talking about really good brushing and flossing, that's your #1 defense against the very gum disease we just mentioned can cause gaps. And then you've got ancient practices like oil pulling, which can help knock down bad bacteria and support healthy gums. These are all fantastic, truly supportive habits.
And as we talk about these natural methods, just keep this in mind. True oral health really does start from within. Later in this explainer, I'm going to share a really simple addition to your routine that can support that overall dental health and help create the absolute best conditions for your smile to thrive.
All right, now we have to talk about the other side of at-home solutions. And my tone is going to shift here because this is unbelievably important. This is the point where the idea of closing gaps at home stops being helpful and becomes outright dangerous.
Just take a second and let this quote from Healthline really sink in. They're not beating around the bush. The use of gap bands is highly discouraged. You could lose your teeth. That's not just a friendly suggestion, it's a critical warning about something that can have absolutely devastating results. And this is the trap, right? On one hand, you see these DIY kits online promising a cheap, fast, easy fix. But the dental reality, which is backed up by professional groups like the Australian Dental Association, is frankly, it's terrifying. We are talking about irreversible gum and bone damage, serious infections, and in the worst-case scenario, actually losing your teeth for good.
So why are they so dangerous? Let's get specific. That little elastic band seems harmless, right? Wrong. It can slip up under your gum line and literally strangle the root of your tooth, cutting off blood flow and destroying the bone holding it in place. People who try to file their own teeth are permanently destroying their enamel. That's the hard protective coating that never ever grows back. And using all that uncontrolled force, it doesn't just move teeth, it can totally wreck your bite and lead to some serious jaw pain.
Okay, after that pretty heavy dose of reality, let's pivot to the safe, predictable, and proven solutions. The professional path isn't about taking a wild gamble, it's about getting reliable results from people who are trained to do this safely and effectively.
So, for smaller gaps, there's something called dental bonding, which can be a quick, one-visit fix. If you want to mask gaps and other little imperfections, porcelain veneers are a fantastic, minimally invasive option. And of course, for larger gaps or bigger alignment issues, modern clear aligners or traditional braces are the gold standard for safely moving your teeth over time. Now, let's see what this looks like in the real world, because this is pretty amazing. Here we have a case study of a 25-year-old patient, and you can clearly see that prominent gap right between her two front teeth. She wanted to improve her smile, but she really didn't want to go through long orthodontic treatment.
And this is where modern dentistry is just incredible. The dental team used a super precise digital scan to create this 3D model. What you're seeing is the before on one side and the digitally designed after on the other. This isn't guesswork at all, it's exact planning that lets the patient see the final result before they even start. And here it is, the final result. After custom-made porcelain veneers were bonded to her teeth, the gap is completely gone. The smile is seamless, it's beautiful, and it looks totally natural. This is what a safe, professional, and predictable outcome looks like.
So we've covered a ton of ground here, from what causes gaps to what natural care really means and the serious dangers of those DIY fixes. And all of this leads you to a place where you can make an empowered choice for your own path forward.
Let's just boil this all down. Number 1, real natural methods like a good diet and hygiene are awesome for your overall oral health, but they do not physically move your teeth. Number 2, DIY fixes are a dangerous gamble that can cost you your teeth, period. 3, professional solutions are safe, they work, and they're predictable. And number 4, probably the most important takeaway of all, your very first step, no matter what, should be a conversation with a qualified dentist.
Now remember how I said that true oral health starts from within? Let's circle back to that. A huge part of that internal foundation is your oral microbiome. Think of it like a tiny ecosystem of bacteria living in your mouth. An oral probiotic is designed to introduce more of the good bacteria to help create a healthy balance in that ecosystem, which is absolutely vital for strong teeth and gums.
So if you're serious about your health and you want to support that deep foundational health we've been talking about, then reinforcing your oral microbiome from the inside out is just a really smart next step.
If you're serious about improving your smile and overall oral health, you might want to consider adding Prodentim to your daily routine. It's a natural oral probiotic that helps maintain that healthy balance of bacteria in your mouth, which is so essential for strong teeth and gums. The team at Prodentim is actually offering a special discount for our viewers, and it comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. You can check out the link in the description to learn more and take that first step toward a healthier, more confident smile.
And that brings us to the end. I just want to leave you with this one question to think about. What's the first step you'll take towards a healthier, more confident smile? Whether it's booking that dental consultation or looking into supporting your oral health from within, the power to make a safe and informed choice is now yours. Thanks so much for joining me.